Hey, I believe I'm live. I believe I'm live. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, Channel 7 Black News, where the revolution will be televised. This is I am, and I am the founder and CEO of Bastet Sheeta. Y'all, excuse me one moment. Where I am the founder, the CEO, and the owner of this news channel, as well as I serve as the chief researcher, investigator, and news reporter. And I'm trying to get everything together here so I can do this, like this live thing, just trying to figure it out. So, yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm really just sitting back chilling. But nonetheless, I wanted to come and on a many days ago, you know, I'll tell you, it took a lot of courage for me to get out here and to even come to today, you know. I'm thankful that 2022 has come in, and I'm very pleased with the outcomes of it already, because I've had an opportunity of doing, stepping out the box and doing something that I have not done, which is come on live. I've been wanting to do this, y'all, for years. Real talk, I'm old fashioned, I'm old school. But I have a 7-year-old grandson that done, you know, that nigga done he done outdid me. He has YouTube, he got a TikTok, he got like some of everything. And so, he was showing me some things, and, he encouraged me, and he's influenced me, to find the strength, to come on out here. So, that being said, I'm just out here trying some things, doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that. Um, there's no one watching this live. Absolutely, I have no subscribers. I would like to say this is a test, but this isn't really a test because this is like really real. I can really see myself right now, and I'm like geeked. I'm really, really geeked. So guys, do forgive, but you just don't know. This like is a big, huge step for me to come out here. And so now I just got to practice on being consistent with bringing you the information that needs to be brought, to you. And that being said, I'll, just don't give you a little brief synopsis about um, what this channel is about. The Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, Channel 7 Black News is about government accountability and transparency. I am a revolutionary. I am a community activist, an advocate. My mother, a grandmother, former educator. I worked in mental health. And by the way, this is for the mental health. It really is for mine, especially. God knows, I'd probably be messing up a whole bunch of folks. That being said, but over here at Bastet Sheet of City Watchers, I know that there are a lot of people out here doing a lot of things, for the community, and everyone, has, basically their line or area of expertise and specialty in which we focus on, as leaders, Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, and myself as being the reporter on behalf of Bastet Sheeta City Watchers. It's a watchdog. news reporting agency, where we invoke and exercise the First Amendment rights to the freedom of speech. We exercise the inalienable rights to the freedom of conscience, the freedom of religion, um, uh, whether it's known or unknown, accepted or unaccepted. Or shall I say, I speak um, freely. I speak openly, and I speak in an unbiased manner. I am against wickedness. Um, um, I'm against the political injustice that has been placed upon our people for so many years. Right now, I have a 13-point solution, right? Black solutions, because everybody's doing a lot, out in the community. I ain't gonna knock nothing. I ain't here to bash. I ain't into all of that. Like, real talk. Like, I'm just sick of all this bullshit that's out here. Everybody's gossiping about shit, other black people, and folks ain't just really coming with the hardcore solutions, if you ask me. And then there are some things that I don't see a lot of people talking about, and that's racism. Racism is something the black community cannot move forward. We can't go a god dang on place without addressing that. We cannot go anywhere without addressing the racism. Racism is an underlying cause for many things, and I'll tell you, stress and depression would be the first on my list as it relates to the racism, because racism is such a broad topic, and it really is prevalent and existent in every facet of the black life. So a lot of our community folks ain't, they ain't talking about this damn racism stuff. A lot of people, I give shouts out to Dr. Umar too. I really do. Brother, I'm still trying to figure some shit out. But I can tell you, and I can say that you are quite an intelligent and brilliant young man. Whatever your faults are that people see, let them be. And if there's anything that, I even feel, I let it feel. I can never let. I have to give credit where credit is due, because he does feed, or bring, shall I say. He bring the bring on with the things that it is that he say. So you're gonna have a lot of people that says all this X, Y, and Z, but at the end of the day, you can't take away that stuff that brother be talking about. I'd like to say 98% of the time, as it relates to historical matters, it's true. It's just the 2% that him dealing with his own, life and what he's going through, which I ain't gonna speak about right now. That that's the 2%, but outside of that, Dr. Umar does he bring on. Um, I've been watching a lot of people out here. I really have. I've been watching, and I'll tell you, lately it seems like YouTube is a dang on soap opera. I swear it does. It's a matrix for real, for real. And if you're not a self starter, self leader, um, you know, you can get caught up inside this web if you're not, spiritually connected and in tune with the higher power, and nature and Mother Nature and the universe. You could pretty much so get caught. So it's just it's a blessing that I'm not out here looking for any leaders. I don't even find. I find a couple of them I do like. Shouts out to Papa Duck, man, brother, you be bringing that shit too. I love you, Papa Duck. I really do. That Haitian. I ain't never had no Haitian, man. But you just seem like a down south. Okay, that's neither here nor there. But folks that are just really talking about stuff that really, really matters. So once again, I focus on racism and government accountability. You know, in this country, we've been dealing with some very ill manners, inhumane, for well over 500 years, and um, I find that, what do you call that? I find that government is the goddamn devil. Some folks can say this is a conspiracy theory. I can say conspiracy my ass. Uh, there's no such thing as conspiracy theory. However, there is such a everything as what it's called a conspiracy fact. And you can find that at Title 42, United States Code, USC. So that's 42 USC 1985. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Three in particular. Go to the number three, where it talks about deprivation of rights, and the intention to interfere with rights that are protected by laws of the United States. And so America, in real talk, have been violating what is called the rule of law. And they've been doing this, wow, blatantly, egregiously, um, openly. I may have just said that. Um, wow, they've been doing some things, and it's time for all this stuff to stop. It really is. It's time for it all to stop. Um, America has committed the greatest sins against the black man, woman, and child. As a 13-point solution to Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, and what I feel is the only thing that can help the black community. Um, and this is to speak on the truth of things and the truth of the matter. Um, Out of this 13 points, I'm dealing with an issue right now, and it's number 7. And number 7 deals with mass incarceration and imprisonment. Number 7 deals with mass incarceration and imprisonment. And I've been honored to be related to someone that has spent 16 years inside of prison, and that would be David R. Johnson, for a crime in which he did not commit. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up either. I really can't. I can't make this stuff up. I'm here to talk about number 7 because 2022 is about solutions. It ain't time to talk no more. That's over with. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be time to talk anymore. Um, and I know it's not for us, you know. Um, Racism is embedded into the souls, the very death of the souls of them folks that call themselves running this goddamn world, running your city, your state, your county, your town, whatever the hell they running, the prisons, right? Um, Slavery and involuntary servitude was abolished allegedly. Where it definitely says it on paper, though, you know. And so I won't say allegedly. Let me take that back because that's factually. So it's the actions of the individuals that are supposed to be enforcing these laws. That's where the problem comes in. But anyway, involuntary servitude and slavery is abolished by the 13th Amendment. Yep, sure was. Sure was. However, except there's an exception to the rule, right? It says by way of punishment. By way of punishment. Um, for a duly convicted crime. I have an opportunity of trying to gain understandings of what the hell is this exception, right? And then you have to go to what even consummates the crime, the punishment, the crime and the punishment for that matter. So I've been sitting up and many years of investigating and reading and trying to understand why is it that we have such a high, why is there black mass incarceration, highly? In the United States. Well, after you read these folks' criminal rules of procedure, and then you compare the paperwork and everything to what these procedural guidelines, are saying and telling folks they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You be like, wait a minute. So this say over here that the officer can't arrest the individual without probable cause and without a warrant unless the officer has witnessed with his own eyes and can therefore be a creditable witness to provide testimonial evidence, Um, and if those aren't the grounds, then, if he ain't see a nigga do the crime, well, nigga, you gotta have a warrant. I need a warrant signed by a magistrate, judge, that, says that they found probable cause and, they agreed to bind an individual over for said finding, you know, uh, the, otherwise the arrest is invalid. Well, I'm fighting for justice for David R. Johnson. David R. Johnson is a 35-year-old young black man who's been, wow, he has spent 16 years of his whole life. I ain't gonna say poor. It ain't poor in a sense because he's a blessing, but of his life, in imprisonment. He has a life sentence. He has a life sentence. That's what he was given. A life sentence for a crime in which he did not commit. So I find that the black mass incarceration and the political injustice and oppression and disenfranchisement and so on and so on and so on that has been placed upon David R. Johnson as well as myself from not having even access to my family. You understand what I'm saying? We need to talk about this. So, David R. Johnson is in the state of Georgia, right? And I need y'all to look this up because, see, this over here, we got bashed at Sheeta City Watchers, Channel 7 Black News. And here, the revolution is, this mother sucker going to be, it's going to be televised. And it has to be televised. Because we all know how government and everybody get down, right? You know, do y'all though, boo. It's out here now. It's out here. But let me break this down to y'all. I want y'all to go and look it up. But over here, we ain't on this gossip shit. We ain't on that. We ain't on that. We need to have a conversation. Real conversation. And we need to talk about the city of Savannah. What is it? Savannah Metropolitan, Chatham, something police department, whatever that is. We need to talk about Chatham County Superior Court. We need to talk about former prosecuting attorney Spencer Lawton Jr. We need to talk about his sins in violation of Exodus 23:7, and he must be dealt with. Exodus 23:7 clearly forbids anyone making a false arrest, anyone killing an innocent person. Oh, yeah. It even says that the guilty shall not be acquitted. Oh, Exodus 23:7. Spencer Lawton Jr. is a goddamn demon. He's a demon. He is responsible for wrongfully convicting Troy Davis, who lost his life in September of 2011, a black man in Georgia. Pope somebody even tried to come in and intervene, had so many different people, so that this man can prove his innocence. In the state, along with Spencer Lawton Jr., executed that man by lethal injection, and he died innocent. And y'all look this up now. You had all types of groups working with Troy Davis, and they're fighting for him now. I believe brother named Ben Zillis and Troy Davis's sisters, but Troy Davis was interviewed by a news paper, and they asked him his last words, and he said that he begs that his family clear his name and that they fight to end the death penalty. That man was strong. He said there are more Troy Davises that came before him, and there will be Troy Davises that come after him, but we got to stop it so that there won't be the Troy Davises in the future like that. Right? It's real talk, y'all. Real talk. Real talk. So, over here at Bastet, Sheeta. Y'all forgive me because I'm really just trying some things. I'm really comfortable. I'm like really getting comfortable. And it says that I'm live, so I'm hoping I'm going, that I'm actually live on YouTube. I'm really hoping. But, you know, at any rate, I'm feeling so good, because the revolution will be televised, baby. We come with solutions. We have to have solutions. So I want you guys, when you get a chance and take a look at, I think the case number is SPCV 2100926-KA, and that would be in Chatham County Superior Court. That's David R. Johnson, Rachel E. Campbell versus Minnie. Um, so I know a lot of y'all don't see a lot on here because, hey, I didn't know what I was doing and I'm just trying and I'm hoping I don't even know how this stuff is going. But like I said, it looks like I'm live, and it also says that something's recording. So, I'll see once I finish streaming, this through here. So I can't do it through the phone. I tried doing it through the phone and, like YouTube told me that I don't meet some type of dang on eligibility criteria. That's I'll tell you this world, but nonetheless, so I'm just trying to find my way and maneuver through the stuff. So once again, what up, y'all? Back to Brother David. Brother David has a story, and he told me his story. And I know his story. I know his story to be true, right? So Brother David, well, I don't even know how he fit inside of an equation, y'all, because, we got paperwork that, shows that the death investigation of the individual that, was murdered, there were no named men inside of here at all. David isn't even reflected. I don't even know how or where they came up with his name, but nonetheless, they came and took him outside of his father's home on October 28th and told him he was going in, down to the precinct or whatever for questioning. And I swear for living goodness, never came back out. Never came back out. 19 years old. That's how old he was. So the paperwork, I'm going to be bringing that up. But once again, this is public record. So, I'm telling y'all, go ahead and take a look to it. I think it's SPCV 2100926/KA. David R. Johnson and Rachel E. Campbell versus maybe Jermaine White, Spencer Lawton Jr., ETAL, which means many others. Many others, many others. And so I ask that you guys just, follow everything. Follow us. David also has a problem with his indictment, the indictment was never returned in open court. The indictment was never returned in open court, and therefore, it's illegal. The judgment was void. Spencer Lawton Jr. not only wrongfully convicted Troy Davis, but which his conviction, unfortunately, and God bless his soul. God bless that man. God bless him. Troy, I don't even know you, but I love you. I love you, Troy Davis, and thank you, Troy Davis. Thank you, Troy Davis. Thank you. Ooh, my God, my God, my God, my God, my God. Oh, when you think about these people, and what they have done, um, David R. Johnson is Troy Davis. He is. He just didn't get murdered, but he did get life imprisonment for a crime in which he did not commit. Spencer Lawton Jr. is also responsible for wrongly convicting Echols. Douglas Echols, DouglasEchols, Douglas Echols, and another young man They were convicted of rape of a young lady, and somehow I believe it may have been the Innocence Project. Um, they did their thing. Shouts out to the Innocence Project, and shouts out to every other organization and project that are out here fighting for those who have been in prison, those who are oppressed and disenfranchised, and those who are most often um, forgotten about, so, shouts out to everybody that's out here, on the grind. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you're doing, thank you. We need us all to be doing the same thing. That being said, I choose to fight by reading, which is all I did. I just read, just some stuff to see if this stuff added up, because you got to always check it out and make sure, that 1 + 1 come out to whatever you believe it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's real talk. And you know, we can't act like racism doesn't exist. We can't act like slavery is no longer around. That's bullshit for anybody that says it. I swear for a living God. And it ain't nothing that I said, it's just what I read. So folks can talk and say whatever the hell you want to say. I come with sources. I come with receipts. I come with receipts. Surely I do. I come with sources. Yeah. Yeah. Conspiracy theory, no such thing. Conspiracy fact, true than a motherfucker. 42 USC 1985. 3. 3. Go to number 3. Deprivation. Deprivation of rights. Then you can go to 42 USC 1983. Deprivation of rights under color law. You understand what I'm saying? So all this you really have to understand what's going on. Ain't no goddamn such thing as no damn conspiracy theory. It's a fucking conspiracy fact. David R. Johnson has been spending 16 goddamn years inside a prison, and he's innocent. He ain't did nothing, and the state ain't even goddamn proved it. Everybody know that Spencer Lawton Jr. is the devil. Now, I told you that's 3 people wrongfully convicted. 1, Troy Davis Jr. Y'all, please make sure you look him up. Troy Davis Jr. Georgia. 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 That motherfucking Georgia. That motherfucking Georgia. Everybody know about Confederate Georgia. Everybody know about Confederate Georgia. What up, Georgia? What up? What up, Governor Kemp? What up? Attorney General Christopher Carr. Hi. How y'all doing? How you doing? Right? These people, and I'm not saying that these people were involved, but I'll tell you one goddamn thing. As of today, Bastet Sheeta City Watchers, Black News owner, founder, and CEO said it's time for solutions. We have evidence that this man was not even a suspect enlisted I'm talking about not made known in any shape, form, or fashion that he was even thought about. The goddamn paperwork clearly says that the victim's uncle said 3 people came. He didn't know him, but one. And somebody named, that individual's name was Boo. Boo. Yeah. That individual's name was Boo. And he was just light skinned and tall. Well, shit, we don't know who that is. It don't say shit about David R. Johnson. So you had this detective that took him from his father's house. Now, mind you, David R. Johnson was the age of 19 years old. Another young black man. You motherfuckers think the revolution ain't gonna be televised? Hell yeah! The revolution is being televised. Yes. And I'm just not realizing that it sounds like I really might be loud. I think I am loud, but y'all forgive me. I think I may have got a little overexcited on that one right there. Ooh, wow. If that was loud inside of your ear, I do ask for forgiveness. I really do. I ask for forgiveness, you know. But nonetheless, my heart and my soul is just, it's overwhelmed, y'all. You know, it really is. It's just really overwhelmed. You know, and you know, once again, I just know one thing: we're not gonna act like this shit don't exist. Mm-mm. No, we got some stuff we got to talk about. We got some stuff we got to talk about. We got some stuff we're gonna have to talk about. And so, if those that are uncomfortable with talking about racism and discrimination and what these folks have done, then, you know, hey, so be it. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I don't know what to tell you. Um, because that's what time it is right now. You know, we are fighting for the freedom. David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494. He's in Dodge State Prison, y'all. Dodge State Prison. I had to remove him. He wasn't. He wasn't in Dodge State Prison. I'm gonna show y'all the truth about that too. Real talk. Real talk. File a motherfucking lawsuit. Then you get all of a sudden they come take him out his cell and go and throw him in a hole. Throw him in this goddamn, they call it the Tier 2 program. Telfair State Prison, y'all. They already had lawsuits filed against him. Sure did. They got it going on now. I believe it was filed like in September of 2021. It looked like three men. I don't know if they're black or white, but I'll just say 3 men versus I think it's Timothy Ward. He's the commissioner over the whole Georgia Department of Corrections. It was against Jermaine White. Well, I don't know. You know, don't quote me on the Jermaine White. For some odd reason, I'm thinking it is, but I'm really uncertain. But I do think that it may have been against him because he's, you know, it only makes sense because he's the warden. He's the actual warden. But Timothy Ward is the commissioner. He's over the whole motherfucker. He the head. He the head nigga in charge. He the head nigga in charge. You know, for real, for real. You know, they decided to put him inside of the hole. So we get a letter, you know, and he's like, oh, this is, you know, just let this add fuel to the fire. In which it did, you know. He said, at this point, I'm thinking this is just retaliation for the lawsuit that I have filed against them, you know. He was sitting inside of there, he sat in there in the hole for about a week and a half. For about a week and a half with with no DR, which is an acronym for disciplinary report. And then according to the Department of Corrections, SOP, which is an acronym for standard operating procedure, as it relates to the process of placing someone in solitary confinement. He was supposed to have been supplied a disciplinary report. Somebody was supposed to, a supervisor or someone was supposed to have been investigated and, got back and, a hearing and all this shit. All this. So he said the window was busted, cold air coming straight through the shower, dirty as hell. They make them eat with their fingers. So Bass said she, the city watchers, once again, we black news, we watchdog reporter. We gotta report shit. We gonna talk about some stuff. Y'all wanna talk? Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk solutions. Let's talk solutions. Can we say solutions? Like, for real? Can we say solutions and mean solutions? Solutions. David R. Johnson and Rachel E. Campbell versus Spencer Lawton Jr. At that time, Jermaine White, I have to pull him out because I got him moved. He's moved up out of there. You understand what I'm saying? Now I just got to bring him home. We got to bring him home. So, we want to talk black solutions. It's public records. SPCV, I believe 0021 00926 KA, Chatham County Superior Court. Real talk. Black solutions. Free David R. Johnson. Inmate number 1233494. Falsely arrested, falsely detained, falsely charged, falsely convicted, maliciously. Man, that's some deep shit. Real talk. Okay, so I don't want to be trying to do too much cursing. I ain't gonna make it seem like I don't, but I don't do it all the time. But I really am emotional right now, and this is sad, But 2022 ain't nobody playing. Ain't nobody playing no more. We ain't playing no more. Y'all need to follow. Follow. I'm gonna be getting ready to start giving them classes, basic rights. You understand what I'm saying? Basic rights. It ain't hard to look at paper and look at their system and see what's what. You know what I'm saying? That ain't hard. You ain't got to be a lawyer to do that. The city, their response, the city's attorney's response on behalf of the city and on behalf of that detective, they they're talking about, well, she's not even an attorney. You don't have to be an attorney. I'm an individual. I'm a human being. I'm a citizen of this country, naturalized. You understand what I'm saying? My grandmama picked cotton in this mud. That's a whole lot of stuff that happened. Ancestors came through a whole lot of ways. But with that being said, it's time, y'all. Like, it's straight up time. It's straight up time. It's straight up time. 16 years? A brother spending 16 years. And when y'all see the stuff, I'm telling you, the paperwork, and you can always request it. That's open records, y'all. Georgia got an open records law, y'all. Yes. You can request everything I've filed. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You know? Thank God for technology on that one. Thank you, technology. Thank you very kindly. You know? But these things were put in place. Things were put in place. The problem is the people. It's the people. It's the people running. It's the people that ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yep. It's the people that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing as it relates to these laws. There's, like I said, the 42 USC 1983. You can even look at 42 USC 1981. 42 USC 1981. 1981 A and 1981C, because B talks about contracts. But, yeah, the Equal Protection at Law. Federal protections. Who does that? Like, really, who does that? This world makes me think I'm like I get the Matrix. I said that red pill and that blue pill. I don't know what the hell that stuff is all about. But somebody need not be taking them damn pills. My goodness, that pineal got to be able to stay out. Y'all can keep that thing out. Yes. Got to stay open. You know, um, you know, can you just imagine being taken from your parents' home, and never, ever, ever, you told you ain't never coming back out. Then this shit ain't funny. I ain't laughing. You can best believe that. Man, I got some songs I can play for y'all right now that will speak volumes for a lot of things that I've been told. I've only been told things. You understand what I'm saying? Only been told this now. It ain't no words I said. I'm just been told. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Almost like, I think, what's his name? Lil Baby. It's bigger than black and white. Real talk though. But, once again, I'm fighting for justice for David R. Johnson. The young black man spent 19 years. 19 years so far. 16 years so far. My apologies, since he was at the age of 19. It's been 16 years. He's been given a life sentence for a homicide in which he did not commit. He has an indictment that has not been returned inside of court and under Georgia's law and under the rules of criminal procedure. It is a requirement that the verdict of guilt must have been returned in open court in front of the public. You understand what I'm saying? And so Georgia, as well as anybody else holding these grand jury proceedings, whatever, any other state, they're actually practicing what you call star chamber proceedings, and that shit is illegal. That is like a secret, like it's a secret proceeding, in which case it is, because the defendant is denied and deprived of the right of even, I believe, testifying, submitting evidence. You understand what I'm saying? The only people that have a conversation is the prosecuting attorney and the grand jury and the judge. Well, the judge is only when the verdict comes back, So then you're dealing with the grand jury, and then you're dealing with the grand jury and the prosecutor, in this manner, or in all manners for that matter. So that's illegal. That's illegal. It's unconstitutional, and they know that, so you goddamn right. You got to get rid of that shit. Got to get rid of that. That ain't no damn fair trial. What's fair about that? Huh? You tell me. what you think is actually, like, really fair? You telling me I can't open my mouth? I can't tell you where I was at because I didn't do it. I pled guilty. It's written on this piece of paper right here that you say is an indictment that wasn't returned in open court. And so the clerk obviously didn't record the fact that the brother said he pled not guilty. He said that in open court, and his attorney signed off on it as well too. Come the fuck on. Make this make sense. Make this make sense. Make this make sense. How dumb do you think one can be? Then when you look at Johnson versus the state, I think it's 289, y'all. I think it's April of 2008. That's an appeal. Johnson versus state. It clearly states inside of there. Now, this is the whole big ass discrepancy, right? But it states inside of Johnson versus the state on appeal, okay? I forgot what the docket number is, but shit, I'll provide that to you as well, okay? It just won't be like right now. It says inside of there that his motion in Lemeen was denied, you know, so they denied David R. Johnson's motion in Lemeen, right? Now, you've been locked up since October 25th. My apologies. October 25th. October 3rd, my apologies, 2005. October 3rd, 2005. And you can look his records up. I think it's like, you got to go to Chatham County case search. That was case number, I think it was 159050-001, the state of Georgia versus Ontario David R. Johnson. And I don't even know if Ontario Williams' name is on there too, because it's two people. You know, it's a guy that actually did the killing, you know, well, hey, let me not say that. Excuse me. I don't know the facts. I don't know the outcome of any fingerprints, you know, other than I know that David said that they never even tested him for fingerprints. Like, he literally, they came and took him out of his dad's house and took him into the precinct. He said in about 2 hours, next thing you know, he was in a lineup. Somebody pointed him out. He went to jail. That was October 3rd, 2005. According to the indictment has a date on it of December 28th of 2005, where the clerk, you know, claims she did some shit, right? So the indictment didn't come until after the arrest, which makes the arrest false. Then there were no charges. He wasn't served with an information. That's a felony. Murder is a felony crime. So Georgia's law didn't allow for an accusation to be made. It says that an information or an indictment have to be filed. So for that matter, the indictment wasn't filed or brought forth, right? Because I'm telling you, that's a few dates on this motherfucker too now. Because David signed in an area that says, I, David R. Johnson, being in open court, blah, 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 plead not guilty, right? He signed it April 3rd, 2006. His public defender signed it April 3rd, 2006, right? Then you come back, right? At the top, it says indictment. Then it got December 28th, 2005. So, you know, make one think that, you know, the indictment was brought forth 2008, 2000, you know, 5. Then you come back on December 28, 2005, rather. Then you come back on, and here's another date where it says verdict, guilty. Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty. Count 3, not guilty. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it says. With the date of November 3rd, 2006. Make this stuff make sense to me, y'all. The bottom part where the foreperson was supposed to sign in open court with them, finding that he was guilty, that wasn't, it ain't signed at all. Spencer Lawton Jr. was the district attorney, and Jerome M. Rothschild Jr. was the assistant district attorney. Come to find out, he may possibly be the cousin to the foreperson whose mother's name is a Rothschild. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's real talk. And I told um, um, the Department of Corrections, Georgia Department of Corrections, Timothy Ward, that I'd be putting this stuff public and live. I really did. I really did. I said, stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all need to come forth. Let this man loose. When you go look up Ontario Williams, but I think it's Williams versus, Ontario Williams versus the state. I think he did his in 2006. He may have did his appeal in 2006. It says inside of there that Mr. Williams was belligerent and that he came to the door, and it appeared that he said he had something in the back of his hands. And it also says that the victim, the young man that was murdered, owed Mr. Williams $10. And it says that Mr. Williams said that he wanted to go shoot the man a second time. Y'all, I can't make this up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That appeal. Yep. That's the one I'm talking about. Ontario Williams versus the state. I believe is in 2006. I just don't know what month. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know why these, conscious folks ain't talking about racism, mass incarceration. Why y'all ain't talking about mass incarceration? Folks be so quick to talk about, oh, there they go with that conspiracy stuff. All right, well, truth is, look at 42 USC 1985. 3. Tell me, do they not use the word conspiracy? It says conspiracy to deprive. Does it not say that? Yeah, it does. It 2 or more persons. Jointly conspire. Jointly. What that mean? That mean you had the goddamn on DA, You had the grand jury. They go, that's two people right there. The indictment wasn't returned in open court. So is that a fucking conspiracy theory? Or is that a conspiracy fact? Because 42 U.S.C. 1985 3 clearly says two or more. Then when y'all got finished, then punk ass judge, double neck ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's still around. Mm-hmm. Suing his ass too. Shola. We suing him too. Real talk. Real talk. It's Black Solutions. All y'all played a role in that shit. The devil lives in Georgia. Georgia's Confederacy. These mother sucking places is acting like they're the goddamn KKK hub. It's a hub. That's what this shit is. It's a hub for these KKK members. Excuse me. Yeah, it is. That's real talk. You don't need to be no goddamn lawyer for this shit. That judgment ain't valid. All you do is read the goddamn on stuff. That's all. You read statutes. Yeah. You read a statute. How the hell is that practicing law? There ain't no such thing. That's because y'all got that black code shit going on. Mm-hmm. And some folks are so dang crazy that y'all just don't even really know what's going on. Shit just flying all over your head. Ever since this damn COVID, well, I can't say that word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That thing. Ever since that thing came out, they've been changing laws, doing all kind of shit. They got some shit planned, but that's a whole nother goddamn conversation. And y'all can get that information from Dr. Umar for real, because that nigga be giving that information real talk. He be dropping that stuff, though. He be dropping that knowledge. He be dropping that knowledge, you know. At any rate, not a supporter, not a fan. I ain't, I'm just giving truth where truth needs to be given, and that's real talk. The brother is intelligent. So that being said, back to David R. Johnson, brother Johnson's case, so once again, the death investigation report that was completed by a whole nother damn officer, not the detective that went and picked him up, but David R. Johnson's name was nowhere on that. I did do a public records request and had gotten his arrest records. Sure did. Mm-hmm. Y'all should see this damn evidence. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. This is wickedness. I believe it's Ephesians. Is it Ephesians 6:12? For we wrestle not but against the principles of, the people in high places. Principalities. Mm-hmm. Yep, the principalities. Mm-hmm. See, we don't believe that that's true. Let's talk about that. Folks having all these conversations about the Bible. Yeah, let's talk about how you're supposed to be putting yourself in prisoner's shoes. The Bible tells you about that as well, too. Yeah. Let's talk about that. let's talk about it's supposed to be 250 cases of that thing in Milwaukee County Jail. So they say, I heard on the news. Just, listen to the world news and, yeah, nobody's doing anything. These folks down here fearing they gonna die. Got them all congested. Shortages inside the hospitals. You motherfuckers on this goddamn YouTube out here cracking jokes and shit and laughing and I mean, I just don't get this shit. I really don't. When we got some way more serious issues going on inside our communities. We have black men who have been spending time inside of prison. Who's innocent? Whose innocence this de facto ass government statewide. In fact, this is a universal damn thing. It's going on all over the damn world. All over the world. Yep, all over. All over the world. But just things, I'm just listening, just thinking of things that I just recently gained awareness of, but Georgia. Gladys Knight made something with Georgia as well too, but she was on the midnight train to Georgia. But I'm talking about Georgia. I think that's Ray Charles. I believe it's Ray Charles. Or whoever it is, I don't. That's just what comes to mind when I think of Georgia. But we know that if you go look at the city of Savannah's website, you'll see something on there, a tab that says municipal slavery. These motherfuckers brag about their role in slavery, and when you search and go through it, then that was, I think, since the 1800s. I have evidence that the city of Savannah, the courts that were established back in that time, which is the birth and the birthing of the system, because the system is still the same. It hasn't changed, right? They created what is called inferior courts for colored peoples, and superior court for colored people. And it also says that every time a black person was sued, right behind at the end of their last name or whatever they call them, it would be in parentheses slave something, or is it just slave by itself? But I can't remember exactly. But I just know that it says slave. And nothing's changed. This shit is real. Exodus 23:7. The devil lives in Georgia. Spencer Lawton Jr. is the devil. Everybody else with him is the devil. Everybody in that motherfucker is the devil. They all the devil. Yeah, I said it. Sure did. That ain't no slander, libel, defamation, none of that shit. None of it. It's real talk. This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke at all. 16 years. It's time for him to come home. Life imprisonment. When it is clearly noted that somebody in government, oh, and they also said, when you look at Johnson versus the state, it also said that there was conflicting evidence on who was the shooter. So how did they prove? So they got both of them. They got two. But what happened to the third person? And then Johnson versus, or is it? I don't know. One of them. It's either the Johnson versus the state or Williams versus the state. Um, one of theirs, if not both. Mm-hmm. Yes, baby. So anyway, I'm finally getting courage. I can't believe it. I'm like literally, I hope this is just really live on YouTube. I really do. I'm proud of myself once again. I knew 22 is a year for change. It's a year for solutions, black solutions. We talk black solutions. I'm open. Um, you know, um, everybody just don't get up and brag about what it is that they do, but I'm just here to tell y'all that the shit is real. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hide behind uh, no what they call this, the keyboard thing, or hide behind a monitor. You know, I literally don't have a lot of videos up there because I'm literally old fashioned and I'm literally, I just did not care for this stuff. But hey, hey, my grandbaby, my grandbaby changed the game, y'all. He changed the game. He changed the game for grandma. And so at any rate, 2022 is this year. It's the year. It's the year. Our men got to be brought home. It's real talk. Let's talk solutions. Let's talk solutions. Huh? Let's talk solutions. Let's talk solutions. You know, people act like, uh, you gotta be, no, you ain't got, this is civil. When you know that and you got information that this stuff is not right, you got the right to take it to the jury. On the civil side, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So, can't no judge dismiss. It doesn't matter. We don't believe the arrest was real. Where's the warrant? Was he served proper notice? Where's the certificate of service? Where's that? Mm-hmm. Where is it? Yeah, I'm tired of these people. My soul, my heart, You can feel it all in your bones. I get so sick of people talking about this damn conspiracy theory stuff. When in actuality, it's actually conspiracy facts. 42 USC 1985. 3. Mm-hmm. They got 1, 2, and 3. Go to 3. 3. That's the third paragraph. That's a federal law. Conspiracy is a federal law. I be laughing at y'all. Mm-hmm. Real talk. Damn such thing as no conspiracy theory. It's conspiracy facts. These folks jointly conspired intentionally to misuse and abuse legal process. A life sentence. Wow. I am literally live and been live for like an hour or so. So I ain't gonna stay on long, y'all. I just, like I said, I wanted to see if I could do this. Yeah, but to let y'all know that over here at Bastard Cheetah City Watchers, Channel 7 Black News, where the revolution will be televised. Yeah, these are the matters that we dealing with. We got to deal with this damn ass incarceration. I'm fighting for justice. I'm fighting for David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494. David R. Johnson is fighting for David R. Johnson, inmate number 1233494. So y'all keep him in your prayers. Dodge State Prison. Keep him protected while God got him protected. Yep, God got him protected. So, that being said, peace, love, and power. I'll be back with more.